So today is March 10th, or as Nintendo likes to call it, Mario Day. So I thought I'd finally remix something from a Mario game, and what better song to remix than Die Die Docks from the Super Mario 64 soundtrack. So yeah, let's go! Ahead and get started. Okay, let's drag in the song, and the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm just going to change the project tempo because I know the song is originally way too fast for what I want to do, so I'm just going to drag it down to around 125. Somewhere around there should be good. Yeah, that is sounding perfect. Just turn that down. So now the next thing that I'm going to do is I'm just going to record in a general MIDI track which will have some parts from the original song. Now I'm going to be rearranging this song a little bit to fit the style that I want. So I still want it to sound like the original song, but I just don't want it to be the original song with some drums behind it. So for this I'm just going to pull in a really basic piano sound. Just go with this one here. Let's do this. That was easy. It's not like I spent half an hour learning the song or anything like that. So now that section is sounding good. Now I'm just going to move on and record another section which plays later on in the song. I think it is this part here. So like I said, I'm going to rearrange this. I'm probably just going to play this first part here rather than playing the entire thing. So yeah, this one is going to be a lot harder. Let's do it. I actually did it. What a surprise. I really thought that was going to take me 20 tries, but I got it pretty quick. Yay. So now that I've recorded in these midis, I'm going to be using them later on in the song. I thought it would just be better to record everything into this piano instrument rather than recording in multiple instruments playing the exact same thing. So now I'm just going to arrange the original track to match what I played. So I just want to take this part here, move it over there. Now we're just going to chop this there, put it there. And I think that should be it. Oh no, I screwed up that note. I'll just drag that over. Yeah, that is sounding pretty good. Now I think it is time to move on, and I'm just going to start bringing in some drums. Now I'm thinking this song would really suit some garage style drums, so that's what I'm going to go for. So yeah, let's start things off by recording in the kick and snare. Damn, I had no metronome, but I still got it in the end. So now I'm just going to record in this hi-hat as well as this little hit sound that we have here. Whoa! That is gonna do. Okay, so I just got a bit carried away. I added on a whole lot of extra percussion sounds. So I've just got a whole lot of different things. We have some extra snares, some clap sounds, some Foley sounds, and then just all these random percussion sounds. So I've got little loops like this playing throughout it. But what I've also done, which I think is pretty cool, is I put an auto filter on top of all of these extra percussion sounds. So I think this kind of gives the percussion sounds an underwater vibe, which really suits the song, obviously. So this is what all of these extra percussion sounds are sounding like. What I might actually do is I might take this little hit sound here, and I might just copy that out by itself. Oh, God, that was loud. Just shorten that. Maybe I'll just put a bit of reverb on it. And yeah, that is sounding pretty good. So now I think it is time to move on to the next instrument, which is going to be a bass line. So I'll quickly just put together this really basic bass sound. It is pretty much exactly the same as every bass that I've been making lately. So it's just a sine wave with some noise on it and a little bit of saturation. So yeah, anyway, let's go ahead and recording a bass line. Yeah. Now I fully forgot about this section here. Let's just duplicate over the percussion and then we can record in the bass line for this one. That is sounding good. So now that I've got a pretty solid structure for this song, I'm actually going to start bringing in some synthesizers. So first up, I've just put together this really basic analog synth. I think it is actually just the default patch, and I've just pulled down the frequency, and I just got rid of this bass here and then put on a reverb. So now I'm just going to be using this sound to record in some chords. So yeah, let's do this. Nice. So that was pretty easy. Now I think I'm just going to bring in another analog, and I want to turn this one into an arpeggio sound. So this is what I came up with. Once again, a very basic analog patch, and then I've just pulled in this auto filter, which I'll automate later on, taken out the bass, put on an erosion, and then I've just got this auto pan here, which is just randomly going to bounce in between each channel, and then I've just finished it all off with this reverb here. It's pretty wet, and I'll probably end up automating this well, so I might automate the dry wet as well as the decay time. But yeah, anyway, let's go ahead and record now arpeggio. Perfect! So now I might just quickly automate this filter. Let's have it drop down, and then it can slowly build up over the rest of the loop. Yeah, that sounds good. I'm a big fan of that. I think it sounds really nice. So I thought I'd mix things up a bit, and I went ahead and added in this Rhodes synth here. So it is just playing the same melody as this piano which I recorded in. But what I've done to make it a little bit more interesting is I've just put a whole lot of distortion on it, so it sounds super rough, and then I've just automated the volume to have it build up at the end of each couple of bars. So this is what it is sounding like. And yeah, I think it just adds a nice little texture to the song. Yeah, but anyway, that is sounding pretty good, so now I think it is time to move on to the next section, which is just this section here. What I think I might actually do is I might get rid of these drums, and this can be a sort of breakdown section. So I've just brought in these two sounds here, and I've just duplicated over the melody from the piano. So we've got this sound here, which is just a preset that I've found. I've just put on a couple of effects. Sounding pretty good. Yep, and then we got this one here as well. And I actually think it's just an 808 which I've pitched up, and I've just put on a few different effects, and that one is sounding like this. Yeah, and now when I put them all together, this is what we get. And yeah, anyway, now that I'm all done with that, I think I have pretty much everything that I need for this beat. So as usual, I've gone ahead and added on a whole lot of finishing touches off camera, and here's the finished remix. Enjoy! So there we go, that is my remix of the song Dire Dire Docks from the Super Mario 64 soundtrack. As usual, make sure to go ahead and let me know what you thought of this remix down in the comments, and I will see all of you in the next couple of days for my next upload. Thanks for watching, everybody. Bye.